is the youngest continent in the world, and its diversity makes its needs unique. From region to region, country to country, to address these distinct challenges and opportunities, the African Union was established as a platform for policymaking and engagement tailored to the needs of Africans. Today we are joined by an inspiring leader from Botswana, Amogelang, the Chairperson of Human Resources at the African Union ECOSOCC. I'm your host, Thando Mazibuko. Amogelang, welcome to In Her Words.
Oh, wow. That was so beautiful. Thank you so much for having me. I'm just so excited to have a conversation with you. And I hope our audience is going to enjoy our conversation as well.
Same here. Can you please tell us about how your journey started and finding yourself now working with the African Union?
It has been a very long, full of hard work, and just being somebody who wants to be heard, who also wants other young people to be heard and to be seen, to be just as hardworking and just as deserving to be in certain positions that we grew up thinking we are not supposed to assume because we don't have the right knowledge or the right experience. And I think it started when I was in university, when I was doing my degree at the University of Botswana. And I was looking outside there that if I finish school, where am I going to work? Because most of the jobs that hire people, they need you to have experience. So I started volunteering in different NGOs. I landed in a beautiful and an amazing journey of being a member of the Pan-African Game Changers, which is a movement for young adults to make any meaningful changes to their communities, addressing various social ills. Through that organization, that's when I came across the AU ECOSOCC platform, and it was calling for applications to be part of the General Assembly, where we do policy advisory to all initiatives of the African Union. So I think that's how it started. I think 4 years back, because I joined in 2022, December. So this is my 3rd year.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. That's an incredible journey to have. Touched on, your passion for young people and the policy making. What sparked your interest, and why do you believe that it's important for young people to share their voice within policy making?
I think we are the future. Obviously, when you are in school and you're just looking out there, and the number of people who are holding all these qualifications and they don't have any opportunities to even make any meaningful change or to be engaged to bring out something that we haven't experienced before. It also calls you to task to say, what can I do? How can I measure the impact that I want to see? What are the platforms that I need to be part of in order to help the situation out there? So really, that's just how it came to me, because I didn't want to stay at home. I had all these ideas and all these amazing initiatives that I could come up with in order to address it. And then I thought, why not join this and see how it goes? And it ended up going so well that I am now in a platform to advocate. I am now in a platform to share the experiences and the knowledge that I've acquired, so that they're also enlightened to see the opportunities that are out there beyond my country, Botswana, to see where they can network with other young people, from across the world, because the role that I'm currently sitting on, it's one that allows me to be influential continentally. So I'm able to network with other young people, and whatever opportunities that I see, I try to bring them home so that other young people can be engaged as well.
Amazing. What does your role entail from a day-to-day basis?
Let me just say, I recently got on the role. I got in December 2024. So roughly I have like close to 3 months. So we're currently just planning out activities around my area of specialty, which is youth engagement. I share whatever information that I'm given with young people, because one thing that we have realized as well is that not as much young people know about the African Union and some of the opportunities that are there. So information that I have, I share. That's my everyday thing. That's what I do every day. I share, engage them. They're able to see what African Union has to offer and how they also can be a part of it. So that's my work daily.
You touched on a bit about that. You know, a lot of young people aren't aware of the African Union and the work that you do, and you are trying to get the information out. What other channels or platform can the youth get engaged with the AU and ECOSOCC?
Okay. Currently, the ECOSOCC has come up with this program of now making national chapters in different countries and engaging different NGOs to be part of those national chapters, so that any young person who is in an NGO or in their personal capacity as experts, looking at the fact that most of them are educated, they have a platform to get engaged in there and be able to also contribute and benefit from the opportunities that come from being members of the national chapters.
For myself.
You what?
I'll check it out for myself in my region as well.
Yes, you should definitely check those out.
What are some of the challenges that you've encountered in trying to bridge the gap with, you know, policy making and the youth so far? I know
I think
this role.
Yeah, I think people generally don't have interest. I mean, young people, the most of them, they can barely read anything that comes from the African Union or something that will benefit them in their future. So it's just news to them, and I wish there was a way that would make all these things interesting for young people to find interest in and say, you know, if I get engaged in this, I might benefit, and it also might benefit others. So until we bring back that culture of people reading and actually going out to seek information and trying to come up with solutions to some of the challenges that they face, then I think we're in an era of TikTok, of Instagram, of Facebook. So you will barely find somebody on the website of AU trying to see what are these people on about. Let me just try and see what's happening here. So I think we are in an era of influencers. They influence on different things, you know, like the lifestyle, your makeups, comedy, all those things. So you find that mostly young people have no interest. So you're trying to get them to want to know or to get interested in these things, it's a challenge. But I'm hoping I can be an example to them to say, you can do things differently and it can turn out this way for our greater good, of course.
Maybe the AU should just have a social media branch, reach them where they are in the way that
yes,
they understand.
Yeah, because I think also the language that is used, it's mostly, it's like the hard kind of language. It's not like, because for young people, they enjoy slang. They enjoy you talking to them on that level. Anything that is too hard, if they find a word that is too difficult for them to understand, they just leave it all together. So if we can make our submissions more youth friendly, and I think it will go a long way.
So then what advice would you give to young people who want to be involved, who just probably don't know where to start, but that have that desire to be involved and want to be policymakers and start a journey like yourself?
I think if you are genuinely interested in something, you try to learn as much as you possibly can around that area. That's when you get to see people who are thinking along the same lines as you are, and it becomes easy to network and to now get involved because you are seeing, it's like the algorithm of Facebook.
Yeah.
If I search something and then it pops out, the next time I come back again, I'm going to see something similar to that. So it's the same even with my Facebook. Mostly what I see is opportunities, it's AU related things, it's UN related things, all those things that I am interested in. Those are the things that I see most of the time. So it just comes from you showing interest, searching, researching, reading, finding people who are doing the same things that you are doing, seeing how they did it. And, from there, everything just connects.
Science and technology are transforming in the world and becoming, crazy. Like things like AI is taking over. How do you envision this sector playing a role in the development of Africa in the next decade, especially for youth innovators,
Can you come again, please?
I'm saying science and technology has transformed worldwide. And how do you envision the sector playing a role in the development of Africa, especially for youth innovators within Africa?
That's a tough one, but it's a very, very difficult question. But what I would say is it really starts small. I think most of us are not really, or we grew up not really thinking around the areas of STEM, of science, technology, maths, and engineering. So if we can be well informed or show interest in those particular fields, then it builds the right competencies to come up with solutions that will be able to solve some of the issues that we have. We recently launched a satellite up there, just recently in Botswana. It was launched in the USA. So those are also some of the opportunities that are there. It will be able to help us to predict our climate, to predict the weather, to also monitor our agriculture and the likes. It's like a whole lot of opportunities that are just popping out there. And I think as Africans, we are left behind. But we have so many problems that can be solved with all the amazing ideas that we can come up with, partnering with those that have gone ahead of us. Mostly we'll be able to do something.
You touched on access to technology and, us Africans being behind a bit, are there any initiatives or policies that the AU is working on to help the advancement of implementing technology within Africa? I know you work in the southern region as well.
Yeah, there are a lot of opportunities, really. Our platform also provides, like, everything is there. It's just that we haven't taken much time to go through it, but there's a lot. There's sponsorships. People are taken to school to further their studies around those areas, looking at how certain things are going in Africa. We try to empower young people with the necessary skills to address those things using technology. Also, the businesses that are coming up where the AU will give funding to those businesses. There's also the AFTA movement where now things are going to be easy for us Africans to network, to connect with each other, to partner in business and mostly in technology, because that's where the world is heading. So we can't always be depending on outside when we have the brains and we have all the problems, when we could come up with all the solutions using technology, because we've seen that it can actually work for us. It has worked for others. When it was burning in California, you'd think your drones, it's a solution. Develop drones that can sprinkle water everywhere. It's one of the solutions that are just there waiting for us to implement.
To get to know you and not just your work a bit more, what inspires you? Are there any books or experiences that have shaped your journey of leadership and advocacy?
That's a tough one. But for me, it's not a book per se, but it's a person. When you grow up and you see the environment that you live in, and then you're exposed to all of this and you see all the possibilities that are there and how you can make somebody's life much better than you found it, then that's all the inspiration that I need. My mom is that for me. She inspires me to go after my dreams, to do trial and error, see where I fit, try things out, fail, come back, do it again, try another thing. So she's all the inspiration that I have.
Looking ahead, what is your vision? What do you see for yourself in the future? What do you see for yourself as a young leader and advocate in the next 5 to 10 years?
I think I see more than myself. If I can have more people assuming positions like I have assumed, especially if it's young people, then I think that's when I'll say I've managed to bridge that gap that we have with young people being left behind, young people not being able to assume positions of power and influence. I think that would be that for me. I wish in the next 5 years we could have more than just me in the AU ECOSOCC. We can have more young women being given an opportunity to also be there, and not only just be there just because you're a young person, but being given an opportunity to also really influence, and seeing my name in a certain policy, saying I've influenced this certain policy and I've done that with other young people alongside me. So I think for me, that's the goal. that's what I want to see.
That's a powerful goal, and that is what we want to see.
Yeah.
On a lighter note, outside of your work with the African Union, what brings you joy? What recharges you? What hobbies do you like? What passions do you have?
I enjoy going outdoors, just being surrounded by trees, the jungle, no noise, just me, myself, and my thoughts. That's what I enjoy. I also enjoy hanging out with my family and friends, playing dress up sometimes. That's just being young and traveling, seeing the world, networking, meeting different people. It just opens me up.
What's
It
your
just lights me up.
been to?
What's my what?
Favorite country that you've been to since you said you love traveling?
Oh, I've loved Kenya.
Really?
Kenya was amazing. It was amazing. But I also think Ethiopia as well.
You
I
I'm
think I'm
from
just
a beautiful country too. I love bots. I had a time of my life when I went to bots.
Botswana is amazing. It's just that we're just such a small country that everybody knows. And it's the safest. You can go anywhere and nothing can ever happen to you. So that's the nice part.
Lucky you guys. As your neighbors,
I know.
not the same.
Yeah.
Of the neighborhood, right next door. It's not the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
As we wrap up, I just want to say thank you for your time. Thank you for, giving us the time and sharing your journey, sharing what you do, what your passions are, and what the African Union does and ECOSOCC does. What is your final message to our audience out there? What would you like to say to them?
I'd like to say, as a young person, just be open to knowledge, be open to taking risk, be open to networking with other young people. Don't just confine yourself to the walls of your own country. See beyond your country, see beyond your conditions. We have everything right now. We have social media at the tip of our hands, the amazing things that we can do with that. We are the future of tomorrow. Like, if you are not taking up space right now, when are you going to take up space? I mean, at one point, we are going to be the adults we are never going to be young forever. We are going to be young for a certain period, and then you need to be an adult that was doing something meaningful during their youth, so that when young people come in, they can find role models and step on those footprints to say, somebody was from a certain background and they managed to do this and this and this. I too can do this and this and this. So if we can just make use of the technology that we have, then, everything is there. Everything is just there. It's just for us to just take it and do something about it. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Amu, and thank you for your time. Thank you, everyone, for listening, and bye.